Rover Metals is a Canadian precious metals exploration company. We're primarily focused at this time in the Northwest Territories of Canada. We recently completed a TSXV listing on June 29th, and alongside of that listing we raised $1.5 million for future working capital and exploration budgets. Well, the Cabin Lake project has a historical gold resource attached to it, and under current NI 43-101 standards, we're unable to talk about the size of that, but we believe, based on the 10,000 meters rough of drill exploration data that we acquired, that there is the discovery hole potential for a multi-million ounce gold deposit. The history in terms of who the work was done by, that was a company called Aber Resources in Grenville, Thomas. Gren and Aber were accredited with the Diavik diamond mine discovery. And so the data that we acquired, which was about 10,000 meters, is in very good shape, and our geologist has spent the last 3 or 4 months digitizing and relocating historic drill collars. We're also recently in receipt of a 5-year exploration permit for the Cabin Lake project and the surrounding claims, which include the historic Camp and Sleeman claims, which are about 10 kilometers away. And so we worked alongside our neighbors, the Colecho First Nations, as well as the Northwest Territories government to receive that 5-year permit. First and foremost, we'll be working with the Colecho First Nations to develop a mutually beneficial exploration program which engages the community, as well as just getting the drill rig on the site. We plan on doing some flyover mag work, updating some of the historical IP work that was done, and doing some drilling. I think we want to do between 1,000 to 2,000 meters, or when we're actually currently just working on the exploration plan, having just recently received the permit. We've had some people go on record and saying one of our biggest assets is our people, and we've got a younger management team with a lot of horsepower, and we've got a very experienced board. So I guess in professional hockey terms, we've got a very deep bench and very senior GM and coaching staff to help guide us. And I think what differentiates us as well is the fact that we're looking for growth by way of acquisition and M&A. I think there's a lot of opportunity in the current market for consolidation. Well, I'll take a two-approach step to that answer. I think on a macro level, precious metals across the index, across the board, if you're a contrarian investor, buying low and selling high, now's the time to buy. A lot of industry experts have suggested that we're really going into the start of a bull market. In terms of Rover, individually in the space, I believe that we're just starting to build this company. We were private for 3 years. We raised $3 million privately. We've gone to the public markets now. We've got all our permits in place. I just touched on our last permit having been recently received. And I think we're certainly, as a management team, really looking forward to building this company over the next 3 years. And I think you're still able to get in at almost the grassroots level, which is where a lot of investors like to play in the micro-cap space. Right now, just in the middle of planning our summer exploration program, and if everything continues to go to plan, then we hope to have results from both Cabin Lake and Uptown Gold to the market in September, October timeframe. TSX venture listing really opens up the doors to new investors that we wouldn't have had otherwise, whether it be institutional or just a broader retail reach.